Welcome to Inside the Artist's Mind with your hosts, Jay Harmon and Sally Barnard. Jay and Sally have always wondered what the inspiration is that drives others to create and express their art. Inside the Artist's Mind, we'll dive into the mind of the artist and teach us more than we ever knew. Enjoy the show!
Hi, and welcome to Inside the Artist's Mind. And on this show, we like to talk to people who are creative and to see what it is that they, what kind of ideas they have, what they've made, and what they're working on, and kind of the projects that they create. And we kind of like to delve inside to see a little bit what's behind all that. And my name is Jay Harmon.
And I'm Sally Barnard.
And we are here today, and we're happy to have with us Peyton. And he's got a project that he is working on. He would like to share that with us. So so Peyton, let's start with you a little bit about about your background, how you got into where you are today.
Let's first give his age, because I think that's
neat. Yeah.
You don't mind?
I'm 17
He's 17 years old.
Fantastic.
And I'll tell you what, he's got a lot going on for him for somebody of 17 years old. So, so just tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
So I'm Peyton, I'm 17 years old. I'm a Boy Scout at Troop 118, and I'm currently working toward my Eagle Scout rank. One part of that is doing the Eagle Scout project, which is a project that you do to give back to the community and serve others. So for my project, I'm trying to do a structure at Children's Harbour, which is a nonprofit in Pembroke Pines that just works toward giving the kids there a safe place to hang out.
And you were saying about the structure, you were building something for them, you mentioned, yes.
So the structure is going to be 30 by 18 feet. It's going to be a concrete slab on the bottom, about 6 to 8 inches thick. It's going to have 6 by 6 wooden posts running up on each side. One side's going to be about 10 to 12 feet, and the other is going to be about 14 to 16 feet.
And how will the structure be used?
I'm going to put benches on the inside of the structure so the kids can sit in it and hang out. And
So like a safe place for them.
Yeah, so it's going to have two halves. One's going to have the benches where they can hang out, chill, just vibe with each other, talk. The other side is going to have boxing equipment and punching bags, because they have frustrations they want to get out, that I feel they should do it in a positive manner, and it'll just be a good way for them to do that.
What type of what type of youth is this that's going to be using this?
Specifically teenagers that are orphaned into the
Orphaned?
home. They live in a children's home. At Children's
So
Harbour.
is this going to be near where they live?
Yes, it's going to be on the campus. So if you can.
On the
imagine-
campus.
So
Okay.
they can go pretty regularly.
Yeah, they can. It's not even a
Whenever they
5-minute
just,
walk. Whenever they feel like it.
So
they
whenever
can go
they
there and
feel
sit.
like it, they can just show up there. That's great.
Oh,
They all
that's
go
great
sit.
to have something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they could all just talk together and hang out.
Was this your idea to do this, or was it
so-
accumulation?
Yes and no. Originally, I had emailed the president. So my mom connected me with the nonprofit, and I emailed the president, Miss Tiffany Doogie, and I said, hey, what kind of service projects can I do to help you guys out? I really like what you do, because I went out on the campus and I spent some time with the kids there.
Right.
And the first thing that she said is, she sent me a list of projects, and I said, I want to do them all. And she looked at me and she was like, what do you mean? And I said, I want to do all of them.
Right.
Yeah.
And so then she took me to the side and she gave me a special list of projects that she said she really wanted this one to be done by somebody. And so as soon as she presented it, she said, do what you want with it, but make it good for the kids. And so I got to the drawing board and I just drew up my project, and I wanted to do it. I took all the things that I knew about the kids and what they wanted in it, and so that's how I created the project that I'm
Peyton,
going
that's
to
a
do.
beautiful, beautiful story.
Yeah.
How long ago did you start with this?
I've been working on this since, I'd say for about a year now, since about
A year?
April,
Yeah.
March of
And
last year.
So it's
do you
gotta
have
be-
any help with it?
Yeah, so I've had a little bit of help from my parents, from the network of people they know. They've always offered to introduce people to me, and then they connected me with a lot of people. I have a coach who works with me on the certain things I need to do for the project.
Right.
Like, his name's Mr. Scott Martini. He's a
well,
Scoutmaster.
That's great. So you're already
advisor of
starting
mine.
in networking. So you're
Yeah.
you're working with with other people who are who are interested in doing what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, it's about, like, it's just getting with people and,
So
giving
who's
back.
doing the structure of the building? You've got people that are volunteering? Or?
Yeah, so I'm working with a contractor, and he's gonna help me with the raw structure, and his guys are gonna go out and put up the raw structure for me, and then me and some of the scouts from my troop are gonna go out, we're gonna paint it, we're gonna put in the benches, we're gonna
Oh,
put in
great.
the boxing
Do,
equipment.
do we have a slide of that we can show?
Yeah, it's just because you had brought something
Yeah,
in, right?
and,
yeah, maybe they'll get it ready while we're talking.
Maybe they can get something there that
So-
that we can see. Because it's a great idea. Now, when you have finished this, will this project be what you need to get your Eagle Scout?
Yes and no, it's a step toward the right
It's a step.
direction.
Okay.
So there's also a list of merit badges you have to complete, which are like little skills that you need for life, and then you also have to be big into a leadership position. So this is like the last requirement I need.
Oh, this is the
for
last one? Yeah.
for Eagle Scout, because I've already done a year of leadership and more than that.
Oh, okay. So there's a whole
Right.
A list of
whole thing
requirements that you have to
do.
fulfill.
Yeah, the requirements that you needed to do. Now, tell me, have you come up through the ranks in scouting?
Yeah, I started scouting when I was 5 or 6 years old.
Really?
Right from a Cub Scout.
Wow.
And I worked through Cub Scouts, and then I went into Boy Scouts when I was 10 years old. And I've been in Boy Scouts ever since.
And
Really?
your family, you were mentioning to us a lot of members of your family.
Yeah,
who followed in their
you're
footsteps.
kind of a legacy here with
Yeah.
with what you're
Yeah,
doing, right?
yeah.
So I have my dad, 2 uncles, my Uncle Jason. They're all Eagle Scouts, and then my grandfather, he made it all the way to life, which is like one rank under, but he had to move. So, but he was very close.
So, well, that's great. You got it in your blood. I mean, this is like something that you're carrying on a family tradition almost, right? And,
Yeah.
And that's good because you are really interested. I
Yeah.
can see that. It's
Yeah.
possible
And,
that you may
and
not have been, but you are. And that's
it's
very
something
rewarding.
that you really you're not just doing it because you were told to do it. You're doing it because you
Yeah.
really are motivated to do it. That you want to do it, right? And
I mean, I really want to give back to the kids at
That's
Children's
beautiful.
Harbour. I mean, it's always been taught to me at a young age, and I kind of took on that passion of giving back to others and serving others. I feel like that's more important than a lot of things.
Is there an age? Are they all different ages, or?
So the kids there range from I'd say about 14 to 23.
Okay.
14 to 23.
So that's a right
Okay.
variety.
So that's
Okay.
about the age range.
So some of them are younger than you, and some of them are a little older than you.
Yeah.
But,
Right. Yeah, but that's very varied. Yeah.
yeah. Is this both boys and girls?
Yes, boys and girls.
Okay. Okay. So that.
So are they already there? Well, they're on the premises. They live nearby, right? You said.
Yeah, they
right.
so if you can imagine the campus, they have a boys' home, a girls' home, and a maternity home. They have on campus a basketball court. They have a
Okay.
big pavilion, and they have a playground as well. But the main place they like to hang out is the one place that's like run down and old on campus.
Oh, so okay.
I'm going
I'm
into
glad we are.
So
Redo
you're
it so it's
upgrading
Yeah.
What's
the
already-
structure that's there.
Yeah,
Kind of,
essentially. I'm tearing it down and rebuilding.
Okay,
because
rebuilding
I
it, yeah.
I wish I could restructure it and upgrade it, but the pavers on the ground are super they're unlevel, and it's a danger to walk on. The
Okay. Yeah.
wood is old, and I'm essentially just upgrading their hangout space so that they can have a safer and more fun environment.
And more
to hang out
safer
in.
Oh, well, that's-
environment. Yeah,
That-
plus environment.
That's
too,
great.
so-
That, there we see on the screen
Oh,
there.
good. Yeah, that's what I want, yeah.
Picture of what it will look like. What it does look like, I guess, currently is on the left.
Yes, that's what it
And-
looks like on the left. The tarp, it's like the roof is essentially like a tarp that's like cut up
Right.
because of how old it is, and it's been so weathered down that it's like dangerous to hang out in there. So on the right, you can see like exactly what I'm doing. You can see the benches inside and the landscaping around it.
That's a good drawing with the before and after,
And the
right?
roof.
So they're all familiar with each other because they all live nearby, so they just,
They all hang out together.
Yeah. Now,
Is that-
maybe they can kind of lend a hand with, with putting it together too, if they have some input in what's going on.
I mean, that's the most important thing for me is getting their input, because I'm not building it for me or anyone
Yeah,
else.
you want it to be to their specifications, what they like, and make it for them.
So they just come and go. I mean, some come and then they leave,
Yeah.
and another group. And so, approximately, how many kids are there?
I'd say there's about 27 to 30
Oh,
kids
okay.
there.
Oh
So
wow!
that's
So
good.
that's a nice group.
Yeah.
And
And they feel comfortable there. So
Yeah.
that's
and,
really amazing what you're doing.
They're you said 17 to 23 now. Are they going to school?
Yes, so they either go to school or they go have a job.
Or they have a job?
Yeah.
The older ones, probably.
Yeah. The older ones have a job, and the younger ones usually go to school. And so the main part is Children's Harbour is there to support them. They want them to go to school. They want them to get back into their normal life, because the life they're coming from is not anywhere near normal.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. And the name of your project that you're doing, what?
I'm calling it the Harbour Hangout.
The Harbour
Oh,
Hangout. That's
neat,
kind of
right,
that's
yeah.
kind of good.
And you're raising money.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
So they'll put that up there.
they'll really appreciate that. And it's such a good thing to to give back to the community and to do things like that to really help people.
So what is,
And-
I would say, the average, how long they're there, but it depends on their ages too. I mean,
Yeah.
if a 14-year-old arrives, they're pretty well there till they're able to go out on their own.
They're there until they don't need to be there.
Yeah.
So they're there until they feel like they're ready to go out in their life.
Oh, so they make the
they-
decision.
yeah,
if
I was
they're-
just- yeah.
So they're like so pretty much I guess they're treated as adults
Yeah.
and
essentially.
making decisions and things like that.
Yeah.
They're not really told what to do all the time. That they can.
Well, a lot of them are in school, so they go after school.
Yeah.
So during the holidays, though, when they're off
Yeah.
school, they can just hang around.
hang
or
around
they're-
the campus, and it's not like they're totally on their own.
Right.
There's house parents who are there
Okay.
to guide them and comfort them as they need.
Yeah,
Okay, well that's great.
that's really needed. It's a great project. Great.
And
yeah.
so how do they have like people there that are like you're saying the house parents and counselors or people if they it's, I'm sure that a lot of these people have bad days and then they need somebody to talk to.
Yeah, that's essentially what their house parents are for.
The house parents.
The house parents are like an all-in-one. It's like having a mom or a dad.
Okay. So it's
they're
in
available
place of
most of the
time.
yeah. So it's in place of the parents. They have
Yeah,
house
right,
parents.
right.
Yeah, that makes sense. And so
They form good friendships amongst each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
that's
really
that's
good friends with
important.
each
all
too,
the
All the kids there.
yeah. That's great that they're able to really do things together. They do projects together, and I'm sure they hang out together. Do they ever like I don't know, maybe go out at night to the movies or do things?
It's almost like having a sibling. It's almost like having a sibling.
Yeah. So the older ones, do they look after some of the younger
Yeah,
ones
they-
maybe coming in, or that's good.
It just depends on the
responsibility
situation,
too.
It's based on the kids and how they feel and what they're doing.
So I have a question though. You go up to the age of 23, but if say the person that's 23, the adult is not quite ready to go. I mean, do they have to go, or can they stay?
They're
till-
usually helped
Right.
by the house parents and then the people at Children's Harbour.
So they're ready
Okay.
more or less. They know
Okay.
to-
Yeah.
And we'll take up from there right after this commercial, and we will be right back. Hang in there, okay? We will see you in a minute.
A true story, Call Me Zena, is the telling of Sally Barnard. Born in London, England at the end of the Second World War, she came into the U.S. in 1979. A mother of 2 and a grandmother of 4, she settled in Florida and worked in real estate. While going through a difficult time in her life, she was admitted into a hospital overnight in December of 2005. While settling back into her life, she began having vivid dreams and documenting them.
By the third dream, a lady gave her a message to draw. With no artistic background or interest into art or history, Sally listened to her dreams and grabbed a paper and crayons. Today, she has over 150 pieces of inspiring art and poetry. This book follows her journey and interpretations of these messages. She describes in detail on how she is able to draw a project and who she has met along her travels, including her spirit guides. This book will show you how anything is possible with an open mind. These events have changed Sally's life and direction, and this book will show you how to change yours. Purchase Call Me Zena on Amazon today, authorhouse.com and amazon.com.
Specializing in color pencils and graphite art, J. Harmon brings art to life with styles such as Art Nouveau, Ultra Realism, Abstract Realism, and Pop Art. Whether you're looking for a piece to make your walls feel like home, some flair for your office, or giving your pet the ultimate photograph, J. Harmon has art for all. Come see some of his work in person at the Brooklyn Cafe Studio. Visit his website for prints, mugs, commission info, and more.
Welcome back to Inside the Artist's Mind with Jay Harmon and Sally Barnard. To be a part of the conversation, call 888-994-4995, Studio A. Now back to the show.
Hi, and welcome back to Inside the Artist's Mind. And today we are speaking to Peyton, who is working on his Eagle Scout. And to do that sounds like quite a lot that you've already accomplished. And way to go! I mean, you really done.
You've done more at 17 than a lot of people have done in their 30s.
Yeah, you're motivated. To that. And this is going to school and doing this too, and everything, right? So
Yes.
And
not enough hours in the day, right?
never enough hours
are you
in the
planning
day.
to go to college?
Yes, so far I've been accepted to about 14 schools.
14?
I can understand why,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
14. The main ones I'm looking forward to are Virginia Tech,
Virginia
West Point, and the Naval Academy.
Good one. Yeah, that's the academy, right?
I'm waiting for decisions back from them. So we'll see if I can get in, fingers
I'm
crossed.
pretty sure they'll mostly be positive,
So
I'm sure.
you would transition maybe into into the military?
Yes. The reason I want to go in the military is because it just goes back to serving others. I mean, that's why they call it military service, is giving yourself up to go sacrifice and give back to the country. And that just goes back to my foundation of serving others and giving back to the community. So that's like the essential thing on why I want to serve.
Right.
And just, I've always enjoyed the military, and I've always looked up to the military. My grandfather, he was in the Coast Guard. He's in the Coast Guard Auxiliary. He was a Fort Lauderdale police officer for 20 plus years. And then I had some great grandparents in the Army and the Navy.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, so you've
seen this most of your life, really.
Yeah.
You've had great...
And I've had friends go in the military, and I've come in contact with many military individuals. Last year, I met a Green Beret.
Oh, really?
And then I also talked to, about a year ago, I talked to a Navy SEAL. So,
wow, that's neat. That's really nice.
Yeah.
And how do you meet? Do they find you or your family?
I went to a scouting convention, National Jamboree.
Okay.
There was about like 15,000 scouts.
Right. Wow, really?
And it's called Summit Betchel Reserve, and it was a big campground, and we all got together for a week, and we just did as many scouting activities
and where was
as we
that?
could. Summit Betchel Reserve. It's up in West Virginia.
West Virginia?
So I went up there, and then they had a whole leadership conference and this guy went up, this Green Beret, he talked about his experiences and how he helped others, and it just inspired me more to go serve and
Was this
contribute.
recently, or was it when you were a little younger?
I was about 15, almost 16
So
years
you
old.
already had the inspiration.
A couple years ago,
to do that,
Yeah.
You're only
And,
17
how often
now,
do they
so-
have the jamborees like that?
They have a jamboree every 4 years. It's kind of like the Olympics.
Every 4, so in a couple of years they'll have another one then.
So the last one was 2023, so the next one is going to be 2027.
27, yeah. And so
I can't imagine you're going to have a lot more behind you. You're doing so much that you right now,
Yeah.
so your future looks
I know.
really bright.
That's,
learning
Thank you.
more, right?
That's great.
Beautiful.
So you have a lot to look forward to,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
you know, and you know, and all the things that you are doing now, I mean, is really great.
Right.
That and you can. Do you have kind of a I don't know rapport with the students that you talk to them, or just spend some time with them and they know you and.
I mean, yeah, kinda. I'm not always on campus.
Okay.
I try to be, but
So you're more behind the scenes. So
it's a lot of behind the scenes
Okay.
because they hear about the project. I've talked to them about the project once or twice,
Right.
but I mean, I'm all over the place. I'm at school. I'm doing Boy Scouts. I'm networking
He
with
doesn't
business
have the
owners.
time, Jay.
No, that's true.
I'm
That's
always
true.
bouncing around,
Right.
trying to get as much done for the project and getting into college as well.
I was just to say, you've got your studies too on top of all
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So you're quite a busy young man.
Yeah, and a big part is just family. Like, as much as I do, I guess, as busy as I am, I always make sure to schedule some time in my life for family and God.
You are a
that's
great
great.
inspiration to
That-
a lot of younger children.
Oh, that's
today.
Thank you.
that's awesome. Yeah. That that you
a real role model.
you can
Yeah.
you can do that, and that you will continue to do that. That's a great thing. Even when I won't say if, I'm going to say when
Right.
you were in the military, you will still continue to serve and do what you're doing now, maybe in a different capacity, but I'm sure it will be something that's going to help a lot of people.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, even I was talking to this guy, his name's Seth, and we did a service project, and we didn't finish it all the way because the sun set, and we couldn't work in the dark. And I was like, well, why aren't we finishing? Like, we were supposed to finish. He's like, it's okay that we didn't finish. So I was like, why? And he goes, well, you started, and when other people see you start something, it inspires them to start as well. So just a little bit of impact you make can make
Yeah.
a larger impact over a greater amount of time.
and they
So I have a feeling that if I do this project at Children's Harbour, I do an Eagle Scout project, I can pass that on to many people and say, I'm an Eagle Scout, I did this project, do something that you feel would give back to the community.
I talk about that. I have another show because you by example, you can help spread the word. If you give what you've been doing and then you spread it on to somebody else and then somebody else, and you're a great example of that.
That is what a lot of people who are creative people do. They don't do things mostly for themselves. They do it to share, and they do it to inspire people. And artists do
But
that.
yeah, I was just
and,
going to say, but it comes from
yeah.
your heart.
It-
It's
it
not
did.
something
It's
that
not-
you can just go out and do because someone told you to go and do it.
Right.
It's coming from your heart, and you can feel that. I feel
that's what makes the
Yeah,
difference. Is
yeah.
that
Very good.
where it's coming from, and
Because it's genuine and real, and you really want to help people, and for that, it's amazing. I reward you very much for that. Just amazing.
Thank you.
I wish there were more.
Yeah.
Well, there are a lot of kids around that do this, but unfortunately.
But you're an inspiration, so that's the
Absolutely.
that's the good thing, and you're able to really show this to some of the other people, and hopefully what you're doing will kind of inspire some of the students to kind of follow in your footsteps.
Yeah, I mean, I try to make friends with a lot of people that are likely minded. So I have a friend, she's been doing it's called Souls for Souls. She's been doing that she basically takes donations of like new or like very little used shoes, and she collects them, and they all send them to like kids in Africa.
Oh,
And
great!
kids that
Wow.
don't have like shoes on their feet. So she's been doing that since she was maybe 12 years old.
That's amazing.
Oh, really? And
So-
that's quite a project, to give,
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I'm really excited as well because tomorrow I'm actually going to Hollywood Hills High School down in Hollywood, and my cousin who's working on his Eagle Scout, his project is tomorrow, and we're going to work on that from about 9 to.
Oh, what project is he working on?
So he at his school at the Raiders field, they have these. Don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to like call it, but I could explain it. It's these two giant poles
Okay.
that are one on each side, and a rope connects them.
Okay.
And they almost like harness themselves to the rope, and they carry themselves across, kind of like a rope
I
bridge.
see what-
Right, a
yeah,
rope
right.
bridge.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
And they do it to practice for competitions, but the poles that are in place, they shake around and they move while the kids are on it. And so if the kid falls, it could be really devastating,
Yeah,
a really bad
yeah.
injury. And the concrete slabs that are under it, they're not even like slabs, they're just concrete, and they're all broken apart, and it could be really bad if the kid gets injured. So we're going in, we're going to take out all the concrete and get rid of it so the kids can't get injured, and we're going to replace not only, there's 3 of them, so we're going to replace all 3. and
Okay,
put in
so
6
you're
new
actually
poles.
helping him with his project.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
great. I
isn't
think we're coming to the end of the show,
Isn't that good?
but
We've got a
it's
couple
been
minutes, yeah.
amazing. And I'm
Yeah.
Thanks
so
you for
happy
having
that
me.
Thank you for being our guest. It was,
But it, you know,
I learned a lot today.
I'm really hoping that by having you on our show today, that you know it will inspire everybody out there to you know, if you have if you're a student or if you have any aspirations of doing things, that this is a you know, a good way to go, and you might just learn something.
Follow
And,
in your footsteps. so to
follow in your
speak.
footsteps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Thank you.
and,
Thank you very much.
You know,
It's
so
very
we're very happy that you joined us today, Peyton, and thank you so much. And so anyway, we would like to say we hope you enjoyed today's show, and on behalf of Sally and myself, we hope that you have a wonderful week, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you for watching Inside the Artist's Mind. We hope you enjoyed the show. Tune in next week as we explore more about the artist's passions and inspirations.